Alright, let's head off to torture the Saburovs. And my exhaustion's crawling right back up. This game is hell. I have enough, yeah, I just have enough antibiotics right now. Repair my stuff. Thank you, madam. Speaking of, I can finally take off this bird meat. Yeah, for whatever reason, my grasp on the English language has been increasingly falling apart. And I don't know why. I just slur my words a lot more. There she is. Exceptionally small child. Damn it. You know, I have to ask, who's letting a child that looks like a toddler just run around casually? Like, shouldn't someone be watching after her? She looks like she's like 4. And she's getting her hands on extremely rare, like, murder drugs, which a human adult body can barely withstand. Much less a child. In fact, a child usually just keels over after taking those horrid things. Unless you're the Changeling, or pretty much any bound child in the second game. Hey, dude. Great noise, Clara. I give it a 10. Distant, dying anarchist sound. Hi, Sabrov. I'm here to interrogate you.
My chest hurts. Can it be conscience?
My reign has been a brief one. I've come to you as an envoy of the Inquisitor. Well, that is entirely lawful. What does the Inquisitor want from me? She's ordered me to question you the way I used to question others upon your orders. I'll ask you my way, and you will give answers. Alright, let's do it your way. But before I sign my own death warrant, I'd like you to find out a certain thing that greatly intrigues me. It won't save me, but perhaps it will help towards a better understanding of my motives. What is it? I believe the town has been doomed from the outset. If I'm right, there is at least a degree to which our actions could be justified. So here goes. I anticipate that some very powerful people share my views. Find out one last thing for me. By whom and with what instructions were the 3 envoys sent here? The Bachelor, the Inquisitor, and the Commander. The Commander? Didn't you know? The army is on its way here. It will arrive in a few days. Presume that their commanding officer is under orders to assess whether a total annihilation of our town is in order. So the army will level the town? It is clear at this point that all 3 emissaries are destroyers. Not one of them is even considering the option of preservation and future creative development. Find out, then, what orders these destroyers have been given. I am interested in knowing who's instructed these destroyers, and with what rationale. Why do you need to know that? Don't you understand? I can die with a clear conscience if I know that those pulling the strings also believe the town to be doomed. Otherwise I'll go mad. Find that out for me, my child, then I'll tell you everything, and make you my heiress, even if you condemn me to death. Alright, I'll find out. The bachelor won't be at home. He's searching for undercover agents. Another thought-provoking detail, by the way. He's searching for undercover agents of the powers that be to turn them over to the Inquisitor for execution. They've been hiding behind executor masks. I'll find them. Who could tell me where exactly the bachelor is searching for the executors? He must have visited the theater. They will know where he went. Well, fortunately, we already met him, so that's easy. I guess we don't have to talk to Katarina yet. So let's get on that. You wanna know something horrible? People look at clouds like this and just go, wow, what a horrible, depressing day. I fucking hate this. And then over here I'm like, no sun. Sun not in my eyes. Temperature down. Cozy. I genuinely prefer gray, depressing days over sunny ones. Because the sun is just annoying to me. Only a cave dweller like me could say that the sun is annoying. But there we go. Also, I don't know why I went this way. The theater is right up here.
Saburov is no longer a governor. All for the best.
I need to ask you an intimate question. Be honest, I'll find out eventually anyways. I'd rather just hear it from you. That was supposed to frighten me, it didn't. It's not like you're ever going to think anything good of me, no matter what you hear and from whom. Listen up, Plague Girl. A matter of utmost importance is about to go to the dogs. This is why I'll trade my frankness for an executor mask. One of these? The very thing. Are you surprised? Not in the slightest. It will fit you very well. So you wanted to ask me about something sensitive. Tell me what led to you being sent here. I'm making no secret of that now. I can barely stop myself from grabbing passerby by the collar and torturing them with my terrible tale. Do you think that the powers that be knew all along that the town was doomed? No. The powers that be are anxious to save the town. That's what matters to them. Even though they've sent me on this blasphemous mission couched in charitable rhetoric. But I'm going to make them sorry for being so... Jesuit? Whatever, about it. Especially with Aglaila insisting the town can't be saved. Indeed. Why not? This town is a most unfortunate synthesis of opposites. They're gnawing at each other, coupled forcibly by an extraneous will like two of the same pull of a magnet. Spirit can't be contained by everyday life matter. The town may have nurtured a miracle into existence, but it must be released now. And here, as you can see, Aglaila is right. What are her instructions? I don't know, but I can give you a tip. She's been surprisingly forthright with the Haruspecs. Ask him. Perhaps he'll share her confessions with you. I don't suppose the feeling have been mutual. And where is the Haruspecs now? Met him an hour ago. He was on his way to the Termitary, specifically to its short block. Well, here's hoping he's still alive. Burak is on to some dirty work in the termitary. With a number of dead bodies in there, I'm sure he is thriving. However, he knows something about the Inquisitor, something even the Bachelor is oblivious of. I need to find him. Alright. Now we head back to the Earth, where I will finally dig myself into some mud, flop myself into my grave, and live out the rest of my life in peace. Rat. Rat destroyed. Rat down. Destroy the rat. You know, I heard a rumor from a guy on Discord that, those orange angel clouds can be dodged by just standing still. I'll have to test that at some point. Help me out, will you, Clara? Probably have to, one way or another. I've promised to help a certain poor family. They gave me shelter once. Now I want to correct at least some of the wrongs inflicted upon them by the Bachelor. What? The Bachelor wronged them? Does it sound crazy to you? Why on earth? It shouldn't. After the raid, he had promised to get their father out of jail. I suppose he had more important business to tend to. The man died in custody along with dozens of the other innocents. How are you planning to help them? Give them these 5 vials, will you? They're an extract of... well, you don't need to know. You see, I can't leave this place. I think I now have a chance to create my panacea before the day ends. Where do these people live? I don't know, but they were supposed to come to my cellar. They're probably waiting for me there right now. Alright, give me the vials.
They could have sent Herman off instead of her. Word is he's heartless.
I need to talk to you. Wait, time enough. Tell me, the executors do have free passage to the closed districts, don't they? Do you need an executor's cloak? How did you know? I just did. Take it, and now answer my questions. What did you want to ask me? Look at me. What did the Inquisitor tell you? You and your questions. I can't go and reveal other people's secrets, especially not to you. I'm only interested in one thing. Those who sent her, what do they want? Well, there's an underhanded game going on there. The powers that be are playing everyone at once, killing several birds with one stone. For every single thing that misfires, they have a backup plan. They turn every failure to their advantage. This woman is one of their stones. Doesn't matter what the stone hits. Those are just her suspicions, though. Might even say her epiphanies. So Lilik was a stone they threw right at the town? The powers gave her hypocritical orders. They need this town with all the warts that they have grown upon it. They're interested precisely in this living mutant, but to preserve all of it is a task as immoral as it is impossible, which is why they're disguising this objective as something else. In short, they utter one command and imply another. Why is preserving the town immoral and impossible? Not the town proper ought to be saved, alright, but in their parlance, the town means the entire order of things. This pump that sucks half-humans out of the ground, who then feed children to that horrible tower over there. The Envoy thinks the system is doomed, hence the ongoing disaster. So the Inquisitor is going to defy our orders and cut the town's living flesh? Seems like it. Sort of. I'm not entitled to an opinion here. What about the commander? Did she talk about him? What commander? Commander who? I see. No further questions. I know everything now. I can return to my father now. He is waiting for me in the rod. Alright. So what we'll probably do is Sabirov, the works, return back to the Haruspecs, then return to Aglaela. That should wrap a neat bow on all the quests.
I will restore the order here, rest assured.
I fulfilled your request. I don't need to be retold what others had to say. I'd like to hear it in your own words. Well, the envoys have turned into destroyers against the will of those who sent them here. The powers that be only want one thing, that's to preserve the town at any cost. Which means that I am beyond forgiveness. Do you love your town, Father? Its development was gradual. That is the key to all that has happened. Each new addition grew out of the one before it, like branches on a tree. The fruit was too heavy. It broke the tree. The Inquisitor is convinced that it's unnatural. An unnatural town. It embodies the entirety of the logic of human existence. Its animality evolved into its humanity, and its humanity gave birth to its superhumanness. Its desire for miracles, and endeavor to achieve the impossible, are inherent to humans, however ugly the particular form they might take. Who can dare deprive humans of a dream? Have I answered your questions, Father? Yes, spare me your formulas. I'll answer your questions candidly and without prejudice. Everything is seemingly self-evident anyways. War crimes and crimes against the state are the only kinds of crime that warrant the death penalty, without the need to worry about a possible judicial error. Why do you blame yourself for what's happened here? If anyone is to blame for it all turning out this way, it's me. The ruler is always responsible for the suffering of the populace. I bear no blame for the outbreak of this pandemic, but the blame for the devastation it has wrought upon our town is mine and mine alone. A force like that is impossible to oppose. You may convict me now and hand me over to the Inquisitor. Katerina and I took counsel last night. We had foreseen this outcome, yet my wife believes that you'll gain much more if you keep us alive now. You'll soon need people who are prepared to die. What? Have you talked to Katerina yet? Talk to her. She still bears you no ill will, and now her goodwill is no longer muddled with considerations of either power or duty. We are both prepared to die. Another thing, the rod is open to you just as before. Goodbye. I will tell the Inquisitor of all that I've heard here. Sorry for coughing on you. The hardest is yet to come. What is Katerina going to say to me? Can I still call her mother after she has rejected me? Oh. Wow, that actually works. Situational, considering there's rats and other plague clouds that chase you down, but you can indeed just stall it out.
The worst is yet to come.
What are you going to tell me now? Have you talked to the Inquisitor? I've heard she cleared you of all charges. Yes, for some reason it didn't take her long to stop doubting my innocence. Well, the tide has turned. The Sabravs have been stripped of power. When one falls from a great height, one cannot but fall to one's death. We have been given very little time to transfer our power, both the power of the sword and the power of the spirit. What now? Now, you will be my envoy to Maria Cain. Tell Maria that I'm abdicating from my throne as a mistress, and bequeathing my position to another. Find out from her what Simon is saying about my successor as the mistress of the humble. She will not dare lie. Maria, she'll tear me to pieces. She will not dare. She'll know who I am referring to. She has been studying you from afar for a long time now. An act like that would shake the foundations of her little cosmos. The balance between the three nodes must be maintained. She won't dare upset it. But who was the Sabrav mistress before you? There was one. Don't ask for her name now. Go now. Don't you dare hesitate. This is an issue I cannot resolve on my own. Fear nothing. I'll ask her. Once again, I have to visit Maria. I am no longer afraid, for I feel that her and Capella are soon to become the only ones alive who will share my all-encompassing loneliness. Was an end such as this chosen by Katarina? I wouldn't know. Alright. Now, the note mentioned, Capella, so I'm gonna stop by her on the way. Also, this order changes things. I'm gonna meet up with the other mistresses, and then when I'm returning to, Katarina, I will, do the Haruspex' quest. That being said, down to the gut. The gut, as a title, just reminds me of Golden Light now. But hey, this game has a theme of meat being in places it shouldn't be, so hey, maybe there's a connection there. These plate clouds are really creepy. Bye. Child. Powder. Yes! And that's a save?
Yes?
Oh, okay. Talk to Maria then.
They say this Burak has managed to make a panacea.
Katarina has asked me to tell you that she is abdicating from her throne as a mistress. Is she? That has been long overdue. An event like this means the Inquisitor's arrival was worth the wait indeed. In whose favor? Katarina wants to know what Simon has to say about it. Also, my phone is ringing. Great! Great! Yeah! Turns out it was a scam likely, which is why I hate phones. You're a funny girl. He doesn't exactly appear before me in the mirror, you know. It's only in scary tales that spirits talk in hollow voices from under the ground. Here's the good news for you. Simon really can testify about the mistresses of the humble. How? Just like that, you see. It's strange that Simon is still alive, diffused, as it were, within the town itself. They can feel his presence. Claims it's you who are making this possible. How can he, if he doesn't speak? We're all busy thinking now how to reassemble his spirit, particle by particle, and saturate it with life. Then he'll say more. Off you go, girl. We won't hurt you anymore. What with Aglaila's orders, too. I'll soon start speaking to you as an equal. Don't celebrate just yet. This town is another mistress in the making. She may be a mere tot now, but I'm already more inclined to reckon with her than with you. Ask Kapala the same thing you asked me. Ask her who Victoria wants to see replace Katarina. I'll do just that. It's time to see Kapala. I won't say I didn't see it coming. Sooner or later, everything comes to a head. Is it too late now to step away from this path? For me it is. The road goes all the way downhill, and I am moving at such speed that if I were to stop, I would break apart. Time to see the child.
It's hard for us to believe in things that lie outside of our scope.
Tell me, you do speak with your mother, don't you? Maria's asking who Victoria would like to see as the new mistress. No, I do not speak with her. My powers aren't strong enough for that yet, but Mother talks to me sometimes. Has she ever spoken of the future mistresses of the humble, or the mistress of the earth? No, but Mom did hint that, owing to you, Simon survives and is regaining life. Do you hear me? That means Katarina must name you as her successor. She relinquishing power. She is. At any rate, nothing is going to happen while Katarina is alive. It's not a throne. One cannot sign away the spirit to someone else. But it probably won't be long. Just hope she doesn't get you mixed up and accidentally hand her lyre over to your dark sister. She won't make that mistake. I can vouch for that. How unexpected. It was but a moment that I trembled in anticipation of Kapala's decision. I was afraid that I would have to wear this fearsome crown, but I am no longer afraid. She told me something that halted my descent. I am at the crossroads again. Well, you think so, but it seems like your mother's gonna die soon anyways, so, prepare to put on that thorned crown. Anyways, let's stop by the works to deliver that delivery of Twirin. Bitches need their drinks. I've heard all manners of things about you. I've been sent by Burak. Who's that? Don't you know the Haruspecs? Ah, I see. What did he say? Doesn't work out? He asked me to give you these vials. So they are still honest people. And everything is lost in this world then. Yes, it takes all sorts. Goodbye. I can go back to the Haruspecs. I sure can. Sure are a lot of butchers out today. Sure are a lot of clouds today.
So what's the Inquisitor's line of inquiry?
I've given them the vials. So this man, is he alive and well? They thanked you. Called you a benefactor. At first I thought you were an evil spirit, and you, it turns out, really go around helping people. Here, take this. It's for you. Thank you. Not as bad as I thought either. 2,000. I'll take that. I like how the Changeling has the easiest time making wealth of all the characters. Like, the Bachelor gets a lot of money from his rich benefactors. But the issue with that is that side quests are constantly asking for you to shell out huge sums of money in exchange to, I don't know, do the right thing. Which I do. Also, I want to get the side quest completed because OCD will not allow me to say no. Must 100% video game. Fuck.
What?
I'm back, Katarina. I've asked about the mistress-to-be. What are they saying? They say they'd recognize my power, but not my sister's. Well, so be it. Is there something else you wanted to ask me? Tell me, Katarina. Was it of your own volition that you, the Sabrovs, abetted this terrible pestilence? There is nothing to tell. Everything is clear. I never had the power. I am not a true mistress. I lied. But not for gain. Merely because I wanted so much to be like them. No. Wishing for a miracle is not enough to become a miracle worker. Thank goodness you aren't my natural daughter. It's not your fault. It is. I know it for sure now. I lied. And was lied to. The rat prophet, the creature from my dreams, was the spawn of many lies. So there, I have betrayed everyone's trust. I must go. What can I say? I'll tell you just one thing. Trust me on it if you can trust me at all anymore. Leave me and my husband alive for a while. We won't last long anyways. We'll be useful to you in the end. How? You're going to need a bound following. People whose entire inner nature, whose blood, cells, hearts, and livers will acknowledge that they've lived a bad, sinful life, and that only an act of sacrifice will they be able to atone for the evil they have committed. I don't need that at all. I believe in you. Saving people is your calling. Yes, you've been a bringer of death. But isn't it true that sometimes to save is to release? For this world, healing is death. Such is the logic of the law. The disease is treating the sore upon the world. You are a mistress, have no doubt of that. Rule wisely, and farewell. I'll tell the Inquisitor of what I've heard here. There, now I saw them. Never expected to see anything of this kind in the rod. What am I going to say to Aglaila? Should make a decision on the way to the cathedral.
I wonder, who is standing before me? Do you know the answer?
I fulfilled the task you gave me. Of course you have. I'll tell you a little secret. There is no way you could have failed at it. How is that possible? My dear child, no matter what you did, I would draw the correct conclusions. No one's taken your freedom away from you. You can refuse it all you like. You can attempt to escape. Even if you succeed at it, it won't mean my defeat. All I want is to understand your role in the world. So what happens now? I'm going to give you 3 tests. I'm going to send you to the 3 grimmest loci in this town. The foundation of the 3 pillars its mysteries rest upon. 3 symbols representing the 3 worlds it's made of. Your encounters with each of the 3 will reveal your essence in its fullest. I don't quite understand. Don't be baffled by the oddness of the tasks I'm giving you. I'm going to watch your behavior. Just act naturally, and I'll observe and draw conclusions. You've already almost completed the first of my tasks. I see. So here's my first question. What's to be done about the Saburovs, this dollhouse family that has been audacious enough to think they can rule over a human settlement as it's experiencing its ultimate catastrophe? A family whose action has led to the deaths of several thousand people? No, just don't do anything to them. They're so unhappy, and it's not their fault. They are not guilty, if it is them who surrendered me to the slaughter, even though they were possessed by evil, caused great harm to the place they lived, seduced the others with their false truths, and condemned those who deserve to be forgiven. For all of this, I will not be their judge. I'll try to redress what they have done. And that ends the day. Finally, Clara can get an actual rest. I have also been holding in my bladder this whole time, so I am so happy the day is done. Also, coming back to this half a year later, I forgot how much these recordings sore my throat out. I need much more water, and I already went through 2 cups of water doing this. Anyways, let's freak out Lara and sleep in her house. Hey, lady. Just gonna take some Novocaine. Take some antibiotics, cough on your bed, and go to bed.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
So what places suck today? Oh. Ah. Lovely. But yeah, our map has been updated. Polyhedron, Town, the Bull, and the Cosmos. Let's have to see where that's gonna take us.
I know how celestial bodies work. I know the logic of numbers.
Yes, Mom.
Solid bodies drown in water. It's a law. Life breaks into particles and is reborn again. It is a law.
Do you see now how many mysteries the Earth holds? The more terrifying the mystery, the deeper it lies, and the fewer wells can reach them.
You can trick anyone but me, the emissary of the powers that be. I know how this world had been built. I know how its life works. I know the laws it operates under. It's supposed to be very simple and proportional.
True, Mom. That's what it's supposed to be.
True, Mom. That is what it's supposed to be.
So let it be. It's not the end of the world. It's just an epidemic. It's gone out of proportion. The law will prevail. I'll restore the balance. Not all is lost. I know where the root of this evil lies.
Well, thank you for watching once again. And I will see you next time.